Now we are going to see the next problem. Okay. The question is reduce the block diagram shown in figure and find C by R. C is the output and R is the input. Okay. So while analyzing this diagram, so we have to first check whether it is possible to apply any rule without modification. Okay. So we can check in this problem you are having one summing point, you're having the second sum, this is the second summing point, and this is two summing points you're having. So how many summing point you're having? You're having you're having two summing points. Okay. And how many blocks you're having? One, two, three, four blocks you're having. How many blocks you're having? Four blocks. So of that four blocks, one block is a feedback. One is feedback, and this is feed forward. Okay, this is feed forward. So what is feedback and feed forward? Feedback means output. This is output and it is coming to an input, so it is called feedback. So this is input and it is going to output, so it is called feed forward. Okay. So we have studied the feedback. What is feedback and what is feed forward? So and we have to analyze whether it is possible to apply any rule without modification. Without modification, we have to check whether it is possible to apply any rule. Okay. So these two blocks are these two blocks are cascade, but here you are having a branch point, so there is no chance. So similarly here you are having a feed forward path, or you are having a parallel blocks, you are having two parallel blocks, but due to this coming point it is not possible. So you have to modify this block diagram in order to apply rules. So we can check. So if we are shifting this branch point to this place from here to here, you will be getting one feedback. You'll be getting this block will become feedback, and this it will become parallel block. So the simplification will be more easy. Okay. So what you're going to do, you are going to shift this or move, you are going to move this branch point from here to here. That is the first step what you are doing. Please listen. When this branch point is here, when this branch point is here, the signal G1 is not going with G3, but when you are moving it to this point, the signal G1 will also go with G3. But whatever you are having before shifting, that you must have after shifting also. So what you have to do means you have to multiply this block by 1 by G1. What you have to do? You have to multiply it by 1 by G1. Okay. So we will see these things in the next slide. So what modification you have to do? You have to move this branch point to this place. Okay. Okay. So the thing what you're doing or you're going to do is you're going to move the branch point. You're going to move the branch point after this block. You're going to move the branch point after this block G1. Okay. So you're going to move this branch point after this block. Okay. So after moving this branch point, so already I have told, so we have to multiply by 1 by G1. Why? Because when it is before G1, this G1 will not be coming with G3. But when you are moving it from here to here, the G1 is also getting added to this line. So we have to eliminate this G1. So what we are doing is we are multiplying by 1 by G1. Multiplying by 1 by G1 is nothing but dividing by 1 by G1. So the G1 gets eliminated. Okay. So here only G3 will be going and this G1 will be getting eliminated. So now what rule you can apply next? So what rule you can apply next? These two blocks, these two are in cascade. So if you're having two blocks in cascade, then these two blocks can be combined into one block. The equivalent block will be having the gain G3 by G1. Okay. So this is a combined block. The cascaded block we have combined and we have got G3 by G1. Okay. Now this is a feedback loop. Okay. This is a feedback loop, and here you are having one or parallel blocks. These G3, G1 and G2 are parallel blocks, and this is a feedback loop. So we can eliminate one by one. Okay. So we can eliminate one by one. Okay. First we can consider this feedback loop. Okay, we are considering this feedback loop. So what type of feedback it is? It is negative feedback. So if you are having negative feedback, then the equivalent equation is G divided by 1 plus GH. Okay. So here G is nothing but G1 and H is nothing but H. Okay. So you'll be getting G1 divided by 1 plus G1 into H. So you'll be replacing this feedback loop with a block having a transfer function of G1 divided by 1 plus G1H. Okay. So first we are doing that. Yes, we are going to eliminate this feedback loop. So this is the equivalent block what you have got after eliminating the feedback loop. Now what you are going to do is you are going to eliminate this feed forward path or parallel blocks. So this block G3 by G1 and the block G2, these two are in parallel. Okay, so this can be replaced by an equivalent block having the gain or transfer function. The transfer function is sum of the individual transfer function. So what is the transfer function of the first block or gain of the first block? G3 by G1. What is the transfer function of the second block? G2. So another thing also you have to consider, you have to check the symbols also. Here both are plus, so we are putting it as G3 by G1 plus G2. Okay. So now we are going to replace, this parallel block by G3 G1 G3 by G1 plus G2. So instead of this full block, we are going to replace it by G3 divided by G3 plus G1. Okay. So now you are getting two blocks in cascade. You are getting two blocks in cascade. So we are going to we are taking the we are replacing these blocks into one block. So the transfer function of that block is nothing but the product of these two blocks. So this is the overall transfer function what you are getting. C is C by R. This is C by R is equal to this one G1 G2 plus G3 divided by 1 plus G1. Okay, this is a overall transfer function. So we have reduced the block diagram and we have calculated the overall transfer function of the for the given block diagram. Okay, so the thing is we have to first analyze the block diagram and then we have to check whether it is possible to apply any rule without modification. If it is not possible, then we have to go for modification and we have to find the overall transfer function. Okay. Yeah. Now we are going to see the next problem. Using block diagram reduction technique, find the closed loop transfer function of the system whose block diagram is shown in figure. So first we are going to analyze this figure, whether it is possible to apply any rule without modification. So these two blocks are in series, but here you are having one branch point. So if you want to combine these two blocks, then you have to uh, move this branch point. Similarly, here you are having one feedback path. So if you want to apply the feedback path, you have to move this branch point here. So two possibilities are there. First, what I am going to do is I am going to move this branch point to this before this block G4. What you're going to do, I'm going to move this branch point G4 before this block G4. Okay, so please listen. So when the branch point is here, this signal or this gain G4 will be coming to H1 and this unity feedback path. This G4 will be coming in this G4 as well as in this unity feedback path it will be coming. But when you are moving this before this block, this G4 will not be coming. So what we have to do is we have to multiply a G4 here, and we have to multiply a G4 here. Okay. First step, what I'm going to do is I am going to move this branch point before this block G4. So I'm going to multiply this. I am going to move the, going to move this branch point before this block. Okay. So due to that movement, I have to multiply G4 a block here, as well as I have to multiply a block here. Here also I have to multiply a block G4. Is a modification what I have to do. So I have moved the branch point from here to here, and I have multiplied G4 here and G4. Okay. Okay. Now these two blocks, this G4 and H1, are in cascade. These two blocks are in cascade. So I can combine these two blocks into one block whose gain is nothing but G4 into H1. Okay. Now I am going to combine these two blocks into a single block. So now I have combined these two blocks into a single block. Okay. Now after that, I have redrawn this branch point. If you check the previous figure, you will understand. Now here all the branch points are coming from one point. Okay. For better clarity, what I have done is I have redrawn that branch point. Okay. I have redrawn this branch point. So we'll be getting better clarity. We'll be getting. Okay. Now when analyzing this figure, we understand that here you are having one feedback loop. Here you're having a feedback loop. The type of feedback is negative. So if you're having a negative feedback, then its equivalent is nothing but G divided by 1 plus GH. So here in the place of G you are having G3. Similarly, in the place of H you are having G4 H1. So instead of that feedback loop, you will be replacing it by a single block whose transfer function is G3 divided by 1 plus G3 G4 H1. Okay. So now we have replaced that block with a single block whose transfer function is G3 divided by 1 plus G4 H1 G3. Now these two blocks are in cascade. So its equivalent is nothing but G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G4 G3 H1. Okay. So instead of these two blocks, you can replace it by one block having the transfer function G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G3 G4 G1. We have replaced. Now again, when you are analyzing the figure, you are having one feedback loop. Here, the place of G, what you're having, this is also feedback type of feedback is negative. So G divided by 1 plus GH. So in the place of G, what you're having, G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G4 G3 H1. Okay, divided by 1 plus G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G4 G3 H1 into H2. Okay. Now we have to take LCM. When we are taking LCM, you have to cross multiply here. Okay, you have to cross multiply here. So what you will be getting means what you'll be getting means what you're getting is G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G4 G3 H1. Here you are taking LC. LC means you have to cross multiply. This term will be in 1 into this denominator term. So you'll be getting 1 plus G4 G3 H1 G4 G3 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 G2 G3 H2. The whole is divided by 1 plus G4 G3 H1. Okay, so you have to cancel this term and this term. So what you're getting is G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G4 G3 H1 plus G2 G3 H2. Okay, so we are getting term. I have reduced by applying by mathematical simplification. I have got this. Now while analyzing this figure, you understand that you are having two blocks G1 and this block in series. So their combination is nothing but, or while replacing or combining these two blocks, you'll be getting G1, G2, you'll be getting G1, G2, G3 divided by 1 plus G4, H1, G3 plus G2, G3, H2. Okay, so this is a transfer function what you're getting while combining these two blocks. Okay, now again this is nothing but a feedback loop. Here the value of G is nothing but G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G4 H1 G3 plus G2 G3 H2, and the value of H is nothing but G4 G4. So while substituting or eliminating that loop, we'll be getting like this. So after that, these two blocks are in cascade. So these two blocks can be combined into one block whose transfer function is a product of the two individual transfer function. So this is nothing but your final C by R. This is your output to C and this is by R. This is the overall transfer function. So overall transfer function. So this is the overall transfer function. Okay. So by reducing the block diagram, we have find the overall transfer function. This is the overall transfer function. So we are going to see the next problem. So the problem what you have solved previously, it is having only one input. So this is a problem which is having two inputs. Whenever you are getting two inputs in the block diagram, what you have to do is you have to consider only one input at a time and you have to make the other input zero. Okay. So first we will read the question first. For the system represented by the block diagram shown in figure, evaluate the closed loop transfer function when the input R is at station 1 and second condition it is in station 2. So in this problem we will analyze. So you are having two inputs, one at station 1 and another input is station 2. Okay. So they are asked us to find the closed loop transfer function. The input is R. R is a input. R is a input. And first we have to consider input R is in station 1. First we have to consider input R is in station 1. And the second condition, or case 2, you have to consider the input is in station 2. So first we are going to consider the first case, that is we are considering R. We are considering R in station 1. And what we are doing is, when considering the station 1, we are making, or we are removing this input at station 2. In station 2, the station 2 we are removing. So we are making this input at station 2 as 0. We are making this input as 0. And since this input is 0, we can remove this summing point. So this summing point, we are going to remove. Okay. So this is a diagram what you obtained after removing the summing point or the station input at station 2. So we are considering only the input at station 1. We are considering only the input at station 1, and we are not considering the input at station 2, and we are making the input at station 2 as 0. So we are removed that summing point. And this is a diagram what you got after removing that input at station 2. So here we have to check whether it is possible to apply any rule. So while analyzing, so if you move this branch point after this block G3, then you'll be getting one feedback here. Okay, we will be getting one feedback, then that feedback we can eliminate. But when this branch point is here, this G3 will not come in this feedback. But when you are moving this branch point here, this G3 will also come. So we have to multiply this block, or we have to add 1 by G3. We have to add 1 by G3. Why? Because we have to eliminate that G3. Okay, we will get see in the next. So we are going to move this branch point. We are going to move this branch point after the block G3. Okay. Now, so since we are moving this G3 branch point after this G3, you have to multiply a 1 by G3 to this feedback path. So what is the need? So before moving, the G3 is not coming in that line. But after moving, the G3 is coming. So in order to eliminate that G3, we are adding one block having a gain of 1 by G3. So for example, the line we are getting, G3 will be coming. So we are multiplying that G3 by a 1 by G3. So G3 and G3 will cancel, and G3 will be eliminated here, and you'll be getting only what it is initially coming. Okay. Okay. Then by analyzing this figure, these two blocks are in cascade. So it can be replaced by an equivalent block having a transfer function H3 by G3. Okay. So H3 by G3. Then what we have done is, here this branch points, this branch point we are rearranging in or redrawing in the next figure. So in this figure, we are redrawing this branch points. So by analyzing this figure, we understand that we are having one feedback loop. So what type of feedback it is? Negative feedback. So it is, since it is negative feedback, it is equivalent is nothing but G divided by 1 plus GH. So in the G, in the place of G, you are having G3. In the place of H, you are having H2. So this block is replaced by this block is replaced by G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H2. Now these two blocks are in cascade. So its equivalent is nothing but G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H2. Okay. Product of these two gains. Okay. Okay. Now, when analyzing this figure, again you are getting one feedback loop. This is G and this is H, and the type of feedback is negative. Again, G divided by 1 plus GH. You have to substitute, and after substitution, you'll be getting this value. Okay, this value you'll be getting. Now, these two blocks are in. Now, these two blocks are in cascade. So we can combine these two blocks into one block, and you'll be getting like this. Okay. Now again you are having one feedback. What is this? This is a feedback. Please listen. The input to station 1 is nothing but R. Output is C. So the first case we can take this output as, for the first case we can take this output as C1. So when you are taking case 1, we can take the output as we can take the output as C1 and the input is R. So we have to calculate C1 divided by R. So this is a feedback, and this feedback you are replacing, will be getting. So this is a transfer function. This output is C1. This output is R. So you'll be getting C1 by R is equal to this G1, G2, G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H2 plus G2 H3 plus G1 G2 G3 H1. Okay, this is the first case. So we have completed the first case, and we are going to case 2. In the case 2, what we are doing is we are making input at station 1 as 0, and we are giving input R to station 2. So when you are giving input to station 1, sorry, when you are making the input to the station as 0, we can remove this. Summing point, but the symbol what you're having here is minus. Okay, the type of feedback what you're having is minus, so that minus we have to include in this H1. So I will show the next diagram, you will clearly understand. So here in the summing point there is one minus that you have shifted to this block, that is minus H1. Now while analyzing this figure, you can understand these two blocks are in series. So you can combine these two blocks into one block whose transfer function is minus G1 H1. Okay. Minus G1 H1. Okay, we are combined and we are getting minus G1 H1. Okay. Now, next what you're going to do is we are going to move this summing point before this block G2. We are moving the summing point before this block G2. That is this symbol, it is showing that. We are going to move the summing point before this block. We are moving the summing point before this block G2. So when the summing point is here, this G2 will not come with this line. Okay, but when you are moving this summing point before this block, this G2 will be also added with this H2. So what we have to do means we have to add a 1 by G2 with this line. Okay. So I will draw the diagram clearly. This is G2. This is G2 and this is your H. Okay. So this is G2. So here what we'll be getting is G2 minus H2. Output of this uh, summing point before moving, what you're getting is G2 minus H2. Okay. Now you are moving this branch summing point before that block. So here you are having branch point summing point. This is G2. So here you are having, sorry, minus. This is minus, and here you are having H2. So here this G2, this H2 after coming here, this minus H2 after coming here, it will be multiplied by this G2. So it will become G2H2 minus G2H2. But here you are having only minus, here you are having only minus H2, but here you are having minus G2H2. So you have to, so after moving this summing point before this block, you have to multiply this H2 by 1 by G2. We can see in the next animation. So we are multiplying it by 1 by G2. Okay. Now you are interchanging these two. Similarly, these two blocks are in cascade. These two can be combined into one block. Okay. Now what you are going to do is you are going to interchange. You are going to interchange the summing point. This summing point you are moving here, and this summing point you are moving here. This blue color summing point you are moving toward right side, and this yellow color summing point you are going to move on the left side. Okay. Now you are getting like this. Now after moving the summing point, you are getting like this. So this is nothing but a feedback loop. So this feedback loop can be replaced by a loop having a transfer function G2 divided by 1 plus G2 H3. Okay. So we are replacing it by a block having a transfer function G2 divided by 1 plus G2 H3. Okay. Now this block and this block, these two blocks are in parallel. These two blocks are in parallel. Now these two blocks are in parallel. So we are going to replace these two blocks. Be careful, this symbol what you're having is minus. Minus G1H1 minus H2 by G2. So we can replace these two blocks by a single block whose transfer function is nothing but minus G1H1 minus H2 G1. Okay. Now these two blocks are in cascade. So we are going to combine these two blocks into one block whose gain is nothing but the product of these two gains of these two blocks. So this is the combined after combining those two blocks into one block. This is a thing what you're getting. So again, this is a actually in station 2. What is the input? The input is nothing but the R is the input. So this again, this is a feedback. So in the next diagram I will redraw it clearly. So this is also a feedback. So this is G and this is H. So the type of feedback is what you're having is positive. So G divided by 1 minus GH. Okay. So in the place of G, you have to put G3, 1 minus G3 into, in the place of H, you have to put minus G2. So it will become this G2 and G2 you can cancel. Okay. G2 and G2 cancel. So minus of G3 into minus of this minus and minus plus G1, G2, H1 plus H2 divided by 1 plus G2, H3. So you have to take LCM, and after simplification you'll be getting G3 into 1 plus G2H3. So this is the overall transfer function for case 2. So when considering the second case, you can take it as the output as C2, the input is R. So the overall transfer function C2 by R is equal to G3 into 1 plus G2H3 divided by 1 plus G2H3 plus G3 into G1 G2 H1 plus H2. This is for the second case. So first, while writing the answer, first you have to write C1 by R, and we have to write the result what you obtained for the first case. Next you have to write C2 by R. C1 by R is considering the input as station 1, and we are considering the input at station 2 as 0. The second case is considering input at station 1 as 0, and we are considering input at station 2 as R. So that both the things you have to write. That is a answer.